Hey guys, this is C-Moe from C-Moe Builds, and today we're going to be reviewing the LEGO Star Wars Set 7671 AT-AP Walker. This set contains 392 pieces and is seen in Episode 3. This was released in 2008. Let's look at the shock troopers. So here they are, front and back. They're both the same, so don't think I'm hiding anything on the front or on the back of the other one. On the left is the shock trooper from the front view, which he has a lot of coloring on him. Nice red on the torso and on the helmet. And on the helmet, there, along with all the red, there is holes cut into it, which you can see the completely black head through. That is how they give you that black image of a screen or visor. And on the torso, there is nice red detailing on the upper torso and on the belt, it appears. They both also have black hands. And on the back, that red is continued on the belt through the back, and there are also detailing that you would see on the back of a stormtrooper. And that's pretty much it for these shock troopers. Now let's look at the AT-AP Walker. Here it is, the AT-AP Walker. To start the review, I will give you a 360 spin of the Walker, just to give you an idea of what you're looking at. There are some holes that you can see the interior from looking at it from the outside, but that's okay. This was 2008 after all. Alright, now I will start with the top, then get into the interior, and then I'll speak a few words about the legs. So, looking up top here, you will notice that there are two guns up here at the top. There's also a third down here connected to the interior, but I'm just talking about the top right now. So these two guns work in sync up and down, like so. And only the top gun can 360 spin, like that. Pretty effective, but if you bring it low, you might run into some stuff. That's why if you're going to spin it, you got to do it up high, and then you can bring it back down. Now, one thing that I didn't understand is, up top, there is a steering wheel, and I apologize for all the dust that you're seeing all over the set. Once again, this has been on my shelf for a long time, but back to this. How there's a steering wheel here, which, that's not how it's being controlled. You will see is when I open the interior, how it's being controlled. But it's definitely not up here. That should be some kind of a panel that you use to shoot these guns here, but definitely not steering wheel. And you can also see a shock trooper comfortably up here. And I guess that looks pretty good with him mounted on top. Alright, now this opens here, and I will show you the interior now. So just getting a quick look in the interior, you will notice that the right seat is more fit for driving this thing, as there is a control panel and a lever. And on the left side there is a double gun holder, which there are currently two blaster rifles there that can be used by the shock troopers or put in the vehicle. I just currently have them in the vehicle. And in the middle, it looks to be some form of a light, which lights the interior, which I guess it would get kind of dark in here, and you need to have some form of lights. So that is nice that they included that. And these kind of wall bridge areas kind of stay on due to these pieces here that are hooked on. They're not going anywhere, so that was good designing there on LEGO's part. They had to come up with an interesting way to connect these kind of weird angles. But now let's look on the outside of the interior. Well, not really outside of the interior, more outside of the middle of it, or the body of it. You'll notice that there are doors that match with, looks to be like window pieces, or maybe something that you'd see on the front of a LEGO car on both sides, which can open and reveal both of these seats. I'll show you the other side as well. Same thing over here, same detailing on the entire side. Oh, whoops, let's see if I can get my light in there. Yep, see everything in there? And, you know, you got the same symbol on both sides. Probably has something to do with the Republic. Leave it down in the comments if you know what that is. I'm just too lazy to look it up. And we have some green detailing here. And on the front, there is some interesting detailing as well, with this piece here and a flat piece, and then more of a cheese wedge piece and some vent pieces and another flat piece. So that was interesting design by LEGO. And here on the back, there are two vent pieces, which I think they make a lot of sense with this set, because, I mean, obviously this thing is being powered by something, and there's going to be steam coming out of it somewhere, which, for things like the AT-STs and AT-ATs, there's nothing like that. So I think that is nice that LEGO included that, and yes, those are printed pieces, not stickers. And on the bottom here, you will notice there is a white piece right here, and that is for the leg. See this front leg here? You will notice in the movie that it only walks with two, but for standing purposes, it looks kind of cooler with three, but this front leg here can contract and just be attached to this white piece like this, and this is what it now looks like. It looks little bit more unstable, but it looks more like it's kind of lunging forward, ready to walk or something, which for a battle scene, I think that looks better, but ooh, this white piece came off here. Put that back on really quick. So, like I said, for a battle scene, it would probably look more appropriate to have 2 of the legs out, but on a shelf, I think that looks plenty good. There's nothing really more you can do to make it look better on a shelf than have all 3. And like I said, there is a 3rd gun here, which can't move at all. It can move up and down a little bit, but it's not really supposed to. It's kind of just there. Maybe trying to hit some of the angles that these 2 cannot hit, even though I can hit that. But I don't really see the point of that. But it's there, just wanted to tell you about it. From underneath, not really much to talk about, just kind of a Technic base in order to get this thing to give its shapes and angles and whatnot. And now with the legs, there are detailing here. You can see that there are 3 circular plates here that were used on the feet. And there's these triangular pieces here on all of the feet, which kind of makes it look really cool, kind of like an AT-AT. Okay, so let's jump to the conclusion. So this was the first AT-AP walker we've ever seen in the Star Wars franchise, and we actually just received our 2nd one in 2014. It was, I believe. I don't have that one, but I do have this one, which I think this actual AT-AP walker looks better. It's a more simplistic design, but simple usually wins. I think they got a little too complex on the new one. However, the minifigures you really can't beat. You get like Elite Core Troopers and Chewbacca and some battle droids and whatnot. And in this set, you just get Shock Troopers, which to me doesn't really make too much sense because they never even appeared on these things. It was Kashyyyk Troopers, or 41st Elite Core Troopers as they're called, that were manning this thing on the war in Kashyyyk. And the only time Shock Troopers were ever shown in the series is when Palpatine went to go pick up Anakin, and they got him a ship, and that's the only set that they were ever seen in, and those weren't even seen in Palpatine's command shuttle. So I would have liked to seen these 2 included within that set, and this set comes with Elite Core Troopers, but it's fine. Shock Troopers are cool, and they're very rare to get, only in clone battle packs in this, and I did have a clock that came with one, I don't know, but it pretty much concludes today's review on the LEGO Star Wars at 7671 AT-AP Walker, and I will catch you guys all in the next LEGO Star Wars review.